You know that moment when you check your bank account and you promise yourself, okay, next month I'm finally going to start saving money. Next month comes, life happens, bills show up, you buy a few things you didn't plan to buy, and suddenly another year passes, and your savings still basically the same. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, because most people don't struggle with money because they don't make enough. They struggle because they delay financial action. And interestingly, one of the greatest lessons about money actually came from a boxer. My name is Finn, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people delay building wealth. If you're someone who keeps telling yourself you'll start saving or investing someday, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're going to talk about a piece of advice from one of the most famous athletes in history. The legendary boxer Muhammad Ali once said something incredibly simple, but incredibly powerful. He said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." Now, on the surface, that sounds like classic motivational advice. But when you apply that idea to money, it becomes something much more powerful. It becomes financial strategy. Because here's the thing. Most people think building wealth requires something dramatic, a huge salary, a lucky investment, a winning business idea, or hitting the jackpot with crypto or stocks. But here's what most people don't realize. Wealth is usually built through something far less exciting: time and consistency. That's it. And the numbers prove it. According to research from Fidelity, nearly 45% of people have less than $1,000 saved, not because they never earn money, but because they delay financial habits. They delay saving. They delay investing. They delay learning about money. And every year they delay, they lose something incredibly valuable: time. And time is the most powerful tool money has. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine two people. Person A starts investing at 25 years old. Person B waits until 35 years old. Both invest the exact same amount, let's say $200 per month, and both earn a long-term market average return of about 8% per year. Now fast forward to age 65. Person A ends up with roughly $700,000. Person B, around $300,000. Same monthly investment, same return. The only difference is time. 10 years. That's it. And those 10 years literally doubled the outcome. This is where money becomes less about math and more about psychology, because humans have something called present bias. Our brains naturally prefer rewards right now over rewards in the future. Buying something today feels good. Saving for something 30 years away, not very exciting. So we delay. We delay saving. We delay investing. We delay learning. And those delays quietly cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now think about how boxing works. A boxer doesn't become a champion by training for 10 hours one day and then skipping the gym for a month. Champions win because they show up every single day, training, practicing, improving. Small sessions repeated thousands of times. And money works exactly the same way. Building wealth is basically financial training over decades. Small actions done consistently. Here's where it gets really interesting. According to the National Study of Millionaires, most millionaires didn't get rich from crazy salaries. They didn't win the lottery. They didn't invent the next tech company. Most of them built wealth through something surprisingly simple: consistent investing, long-term discipline, and avoiding lifestyle inflation. In other words, boring habits, repeated for a long time. Now you might be thinking, okay, Fen, but I don't have a lot of money to invest. And that's fair. But here's something most people underestimate. You don't need huge amounts to start building wealth. Let's say you invest just $5 a day. That's basically the price of a coffee. $5 a day equals about $150 per month. If you invest that consistently with an average return of around 8%, after 30 years, that grows to roughly $200,000. Not from a huge income, not from luck, just from consistency. Now imagine two friends. One decides to start investing small amounts today. The other says, "I'll start when my income is higher." 10 years pass. One person has a growing investment account. The other is still waiting for the perfect moment. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The perfect financial moment almost never arrives. You have to create it. Which brings us back to Muhammad Ali's advice. Don't count the days, make the days count. In boxing, that means training today. In finance, that means starting today. Even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect. Because wealth isn't built in one big decision. It's built in thousands of tiny financial decisions. So if you remember one lesson from one of the greatest champions in history, remember this: don't wait for the perfect salary, don't wait for the perfect plan, and definitely don't wait for the perfect time. Just start. Save a little, invest a little, learn a little, and let time do the heavy lifting. because the real champions of money aren't the ones who start big. They're the ones who start early and stay consistent. And if you want more simple lessons that make money easier to understand, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because small financial knowledge today can completely change your future tomorrow.